Welcome everybody, this is Ominous for Responsible Gaming doing a speed review of Eldritch Moon. We're an hour and 33 and nearing the end of it. Pretty proud of myself. We're doing green now. And straight into it with the backwoods survivalists that are a 4-3 for 4 and they get +1/+1 trample with Delirium. Yeah, I guess that's legit. Yeah, I think 4-3 for 4 is fine. I like 3-4 for 4 better, but then it becomes a 5-4 trample with a Delirium, which is a pretty good reason to want Delirium. It's also a good color to get Delirium, so go for it. We got the Bloodbriar, weird, plant elemental. 2-3 for 3. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put the +1/+1 counter on this. Super weird. Super weird. I have no idea why you think you would be sacrificing that many permanents. But sure, whatever. We'll see later, I guess. Clear shot. 3 mana, instant speed. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 to your turn and deals damage equals to its power to target creature you control. So I'm a little concerned with how many your creature deal damage to somebody else green is getting now. It feels like cheating a whole lot. Like now you just have removal in green. Like fight wasn't enough, now you need to just one way destroy target opponent's creatures. That being said, when I'm going to be playing green, I'm not going to complain. It's a pretty good card. It's a pretty good card. It's instant speed. It gives one boost, which allegedly you don't really need when you want to just, fall off the hammer, destroy and attacking an opponent's creature. That being said, if you are in combat somehow and you manage to get the +1/+1, transform it into a 1/1, and the deal damage into a 2/1, that's nuts. So the potential is very high. I really like the card. Crop Sigil. 1 green. This freaking weird symbol. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put the top card of your library into your graveyard, which is not the best meal effect that we've seen so far, but it's fine. For 3, you can sack it when you have Delirium, and you return a creature card and 1 target land from your graveyard to your hand. It's a lot of work. You get a land and 1 of your best creatures back for 3+1, and it only mills you 1. I don't know. I mean, it's good to get Delirium, so fine. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think I like better the one that gives you 1/1s. That's more straightforward. It's fine. Crossroad Consecrator. Weird. 1/2 for 1. Target human gets +1/+1 into your turn. It's pretty low impact. You can probably do fun stuff with it, but I wouldn't have any idea how to make it work, to be honest. Eldritch Evolution. This guy makes you sack 1 of your creature and get you a converted mana cost X plus 2 plus the sacrificed creature onto the battlefield. It's probably good. It's probably good to just ensure you get 1 of your bombs out of 1 of your less bombs. You need bombs, I guess. So that's fine. Emrakul Evangel. Human Horror, 3-2 for 3, sold. Sacrifice this guy and any number of non-Eldrazi and put that many, I'm assuming 3/2s. Yep. Sweet. That's awesome. I mean, you can just. I mean, I guess you need to work a little bit for it, but I'm sure you can do some pretty nasty stuff, like sacrifice a bunch of tokens, upgrade them, even for a fog effect, block everybody else, sack all of your guys, get a bunch of new guys. Hard to actually abuse though, but it's a neat little effect on a 3/2 for 3. Whenever you cast an Eldritch creature an Eldritch creature spell with commander 7, draw 2 cards. Awful. Absolutely awful. I don't even know if you can construct with this. We're not gonna play Eldritch creatures, so passing. 1/1 for 3. When Fallen Mystery enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card, put it in your hand, put the rest in the bottom so it's not milling you. When you sacrifice while casting a spell with Emerge, put a 3/2. Okay, so this guy gives you an extra 3/2 when you emerge out of him. So much work. There's not that many emerge cards, is there? Oh, I don't like it. I kind of really don't like it. It does nothing. Like, if you don't emerge, it's garbage. I mean, if you don't emerge, it's a 1/1 for 3 that gets you reveal 4 cards and get a creature out of them. Which I guess basically draws you a card. I guess it's the slowest cantrip ever. It's a pretty bad cantrip. Oh, now I'm just changing my mind, I guess. Because we get spells that do pay not 3, but pay maybe 2 and go get a creature. Those usually get you a land if you need a land, though. So that's 2 downsides. But now you're also getting a 1/1, which basically is the slowest, grindiest card. It's actually pretty... No, it's still kind of bad. It's a 1/1 for 3 that kind of gets you another creature to replace him. And now you can maybe emerge. So I think you really need the emerge to do anything with it. 1/1 I think is much lower than a 1/2. So yeah, it's not fantastic. If you have a ton of emerge, I guess. Or if you want to really dig for your best cards, but it's not like he puts anything in your yard is the thing. Now, Wood Dryad, 1/1 Death Touch for 1, sold. Delirium, it transforms into a 3/3, double sold. It's pretty sweet. You always play a 1/1 Death Touch for 1 anyway, so go for it. Grapple with the past, instant speed, put 3 cards to your library into your yard, then you may return a creature or land from your graveyard to your hand. Isn't that a black effect? Man, the color price gets abused. Isn't that a illustration for Shadow of Innistrad, this guy? Hamlet Captain? It looks very familiar. When he attacks or blocks, other humans you control get +1/+1 to the end of turn. 2/2 for 2. Wow. Wow. Damn. I like it. That's all I have to say about it. Graph Widow. 3/5 reach for 5. Almost sold. Delirium enters the battlefield. Oh, Delirium enters the battlefield are kind of funky. If they're put 3/1/1 with reach, that's a big effect. That's 3/6 power toughness. 4/7 target opponent loses 1 life for each spider you control. Weird, super duper weird. That means basically, if you didn't have Delirium when you play it, it's garbage. If you did have Delirium when you play it, now you can do 4 damage for 7 as long as you keep your spiders. Yeah, it's pretty darn weird. I don't think there is a lot of other spiders in the format, so funky. Yeah, you need Delirium. Otherwise, it's fine. I kind of hate the card that, like, if you on mana 5 and you have this, you're like, 3/5 reach? Or do I wait for Delirium and I cannot cast the creature at all? That kind of sucks. But I guess it's playable. You get your 3/5 for 5 if you have to, and then if you do have Delirium, it's like, bingo. It's 6/11 with reach. Yeah, that's kind of nasty. Yeah, I'll take a 3/5 or 6/11 for 5. I think I'll take that. News Constrictor. This guy is nuts because it looks like a wild mongrel. It's a 2/2. It's a 2/2 reach for 2 for Pete's sake, and then it's got a discard card +1/+1 to the end of the turn as many times as you want. Madness is not really a green thing, but you can also delirium pretty hard with that. It's probably going to be amazing. It's not like there is flashback. Well, there's no flashback, right? But there's things that happen from the yard. It's not like there's flashback and threshold like when Wild Mongrel was out there. But damn, that thing does a lot of work still. You can just eat flyers, eat spirits, become a 3/3 or a 4/4 while discarding enchants or lands to get delirium. It's probably kind of nuts. And you can always threaten to attack with a 2/2 that turns into a 5/5 if you were to want to discard your 3 cards and your opponent doesn't really know that, so you can threaten that. Seems very good. Over here we got a 1/3 for 1 that says whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, that creature becomes a copy of this. It sounds very messy. It sounds very fun, but very messy. Everybody is going to be permitting masses. I don't really know why you want to do that if you're a controlling deck, potentially. But then you give permitting masses to your opponents, and they're gonna threaten to transform yours into that. That being said, what's more likely to happen is nobody kind of blocks those guys and just keep their good creatures. So, or they can turn their not much actually. They can turn their 2/2s into 1/3s, they 1/2s into 1/3s. Weird. Prey upon. Solid. Pretty cool. Pretty cool illustration there. You need to go back to the original Prey upon and compare. It's pretty cool to see. Solid. You play it. You play a 1 or 2, I guess. Primal Druid, Human Druid for 0/3. When it dies, you may search your library for basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's kind of annoying. Like, he's got kind of the worst of both worlds. This doesn't block forever, but also it kind of blocks for too long for you to want to really benefit from your land. So it's weird. I don't think I like it, but I don't know, maybe in sealed. Whew, slow it down a little bit now that we are nearing the 2 hours and I've been like running through it, but we're getting there. 4/3 for 5, Somber Wold Stag. Until the battlefield, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. I like it. Nothing much to say about it. I mean, you can, like, when you, it's not like it's got haste, so when he fights, he's not gonna attack and have any problem afterwards. It's basically a, yeah, actually, it's a 4/3 for 5, and he can mostly destroy only 2/2s, because he cannot really destroy a 3/3, so it's reasonable. And, I mean, it's always fine to have a 4/3 that destroys a 2/2, right? 4/5. Spirit of the Hunt, 3/3 flash for 3, super sold. When Spirit of the Hunt enters the battlefield, each other creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf gets +0/+3. Can you tell me why this doesn't say each other wolf and werewolf? It just says each other creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf. It's so weird. Again, +0/+3, which is not combat trick. I mean, it's a save my guys don't trade kind of combat trick, but who cares? It's 3/3 flash. Like, if you get some value out of it, it's gonna be amazing, and if you don't, it's gonna be basically amazing. It's gonna be very good at least. So I like it. So many wolves with flash. Splendid Reclamation. Weird name. Return all lands card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That is hilarious. There's probably going to be some fun stuff to do in Constructed with that. I don't know how many lands you can discard in the beginning of the game that this actually becomes some sort of ramp spell. And later on in the game it doesn't really matter. And it's too bad that it says all land cards, which means you might lose Delirium. So I don't know. It's one of those, again, that I might just run to try and make it work, even though I don't really know why you would. And we get Spring Sage Ritual. Very weird name as well. There's a bunch of pretty weird names. Instant speed for 4, destroy artifact or enchantment, gain 4 life. Don't like it. I cannot really fathom why you would need an destroy artifact or enchantment so bad that you would play one, especially if they're 4 mana. So, yeah. But there's very few of those, so maybe. Flash, Reach, Death Touch for 4, 2/3. Sold. A little expensive for a flash thing, but hell. Oh no, wait. It's not Death Touch, it's Flash Reach. It's not like, okay. Yeah, I'll do it. It's not fantastic though. It's gonna eat a spirit basically. Swift Spinner. This guy does a spider web that catches spirit, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not crazy on it. 6/6 for 6. Whenever a creature you control with toughness 4 or greater dies, draw a card. Sure. It's not like there's that many big bodies, and especially big butts anymore, is there? Like, I don't even think I've seen one. Like, I've seen Mythic. Look at this. There is no big butts. There's not a single one. So that's weird. It's really weird. Shadow over Innistrad, I guess. Man, that's more than just a little bit weird. There's a no 4 toughness. Keep that in mind. No 4 toughness. Which means 3 power trades with basically everything. Which means 3/2s are good, etc, etc. 3/5s are amazing. I didn't really see any 4 power either. Yeah, there's this guy. There's a little bit more 4 power, I think. There's 2. Ugh. That's crazy. Small creatures in Eldritch Moon. Waxing Moon. Transform up to 1 target row if you control. Creatures you control get trampled until end of turn. Talk about a poor man's Moon Mist. It's not very good. Transforming 1 werewolf is pretty very, very narrow for a full card that you're using on this, and trample to your creatures is just a little bit better, but not that much. So unless you have like some ridiculous werewolf and a lot of werewolves and lots of them are good, not interested. And I don't even think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. Wolfkin Bond, that's very cute and also very weird. 5 mana aura. Ooh. Enters the battlefield, put a 2/2 green wolf onto the battlefield. Eventually creatures get +2/+2. So is that the same as there was a 2/2 you used to put a 2/2 vigilance and gives +2/+2 vigilance for that price, right? So that's not very good. There's a little bit of wolf synergy, but yeah, it's very, very, very borderline. Unless you really have the synergies and you're lacking for cards, I probably wouldn't do it. I don't know, it's nearing the playable, but 5 mana, get yourself 2 for 1 if you don't play it well. Not really interested. Woodcutter's Grit. 3 mana instant speed. Creature you control get +3/+3 and hexproof. It's neat. Little bit expensive. No bloody idea why a woodcutter would get hexproof. And I have no idea what the hell he's doing with those trees. Like he's just getting very annoyed at trees, I suppose. +3/+3 for 3. You can't do much at all afterwards. I mean, it's something you play in response to something. Playable. There's not that many. I don't think there's that many combat tricks in that many colors in Eldritch Moon. I haven't really combined my knowledge of Shadow over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon that much during those reviews. There was more combat trick before, but you're gonna get more Eldritch Moon cards, I think. So balances out, I guess, with the claim that I don't think there's that many combat tricks. So this is fine. There's a lot of things that are preventing your opponents from targeting your cards in this set. which I also don't really know what's the flavor that's supposed to be. But the dynamic is also kind of gonna be weird. Like, be careful when your opponents have open mana and you're trying to remove their creature. Yeah, so yeah. Woodland Patrol, 3/2 Vigilance for 3. It's fine. It's kind of a little too vanilla for my liking, but it's fine. Green, fine. Solid. Not that exciting either. 2 or 3 removal, I suppose. Couple of kind of dead cards. The self-mill is fine. The Delirium is fine. I feel like Eldritch Moon is a little flatter than the very, very synergy-based Shadow over Innistrad. So it might be a little fair. Like, you know, fair. Like, just play some cards, try and have them be good. Yeah, it's fine. It's might be my second to least favorite color, or second or third, I guess. It's around the second the second half of the colors for me. The wolves are few. The self-mill, like I said, is somewhat few as well. So I don't know. Okay. We're going to do the very last video with the rest of the cards, the double face, the multicolor, etc, etc. So I'm just gonna disappear like this, and then I'm gonna reappear for the last video.